feel like I need to do like that.
Right.
You gotta do the bounce too.
Exactly.
Gotta go to Keith.
Who run the world?
Keith's not here for it.
Listen, y'all had y'all moment last week. I'm back. What's up?
We're all back this week.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you guys for joining us on Shondaland Weekly. I'm Elle Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Elle Marie TV.
And I am Tori Broussard. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Tori_Broussard. Keith, we are so glad to have you back.
I'm happy to be back. What's up, everybody? I am Keith Andre. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Keith_Andre.
I love that I got this song for you. What's up, you guys? I'm Lanisha, and you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lanisha, spelled Lanisha 914.
You heard me.
You heard me.
It
Okay.
did seem like it just.
It needs to go at the end of it. I felt it in my spirit.
Definitely. Either you need to say it or somebody else needs to say it.
I'm going to
Everyone
start
needs
saying
to
it.
say it.
Yes, I think you start saying it now.
Yeah. I like it. That's a good idea.
Y'all
Very good
try
idea.
it.
I was going to say, let's get to drinking.
Yes,
Yes.
you guys. So this week, I brought the wine with her little water. So fortunately, Tori cannot drink with us today. But you guys, so this is for my people that can't really afford stuff but still want to be bourgeois, okay? So this was $5 and it's from Barefoot, okay? And this is a sweet red wine because I told you guys I don't like bitter. And it's like a cherry plum. So taste, you guys. Let me know what y'all think.
Cheers.
Oh.
Cheers.
I'm used to having
Okay.
I'm used to having their white wine.
Oh, that's not bad. I like a sweet red.
Okay.
You can't go wrong. $5.
Right?
Okay.
You better
$5
catch that
so-
sale, girl.
And they don't even have to know. Your people do not have to know how much you spend on whatever. As
Yeah.
long as it's the presentation.
Make sure you pour it. Like, oh, let me help. That's okay.
Right.
I don't need help.
I got
As
it.
soon as they see that bottle, they'll know.
Exactly. There you go. Right there. 100%.
Or, you could just sneak it into another bottle. Be like, oh.
Oh, nobody's
It's a bit
doing
much.
all that. Just put
It's
it in the
not
glass.
that
and they
serious.
gonna
I'm
drink it
teaching
the
y'all how to
same.
hustle
Exactly.
now.
That's
I
just
am
a bit
teaching
much.
y'all how to hustle.
At the end of the day, they'll drink it.
Yes.
Okay.
They will drink it.
They will.
Free is free.
Okay.
That's so true. Preach.
Let's go ahead and get into our news, our Shonda news.
We have a lot today.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love that.
That makes me feel really professional. Like
I know,
It's
right?
so official.
Have my papers together. So Shondaland, which is Shonda Rhimes' production company, so it's so many people under that umbrella. So they're coming out with 2 new shows. And so this time it's not, so there's a show for the people. It's not created by Shonda. It's actually created by someone else. But she's producing the show. So it is, like I said, still under the umbrella of her network and her production company. And then there's also a Grey's Anatomy spinoff that's coming out.
Yes.
So let's talk about For the People first,
Okay.
which is another law show. So at first, when I heard about it, I thought,
How to Get Away with Murder.
yeah, like how is it gonna be different? You know what
I
I
was
mean?
thinking that.
But it seems like, so basically it's set in New York, and they're, I guess, friends, these young lawyers, and they're representing both sides. So it's the prosecutors and the defense. And they're all like working together. They say, I guess, in New York, this particular courthouse they're working out of is called the Mother Court.
Right.
So I guess it's a very popular like courthouse. Is where all the
Yeah.
high profile cases go and things like that. So I guess it will be interesting to see how both sides interact with each other
I just
and the
want to
drama
see
there.
how they make it different.
Exactly.
How they separate it from all the other lawyer shows that I see, because I see a lot. So I think this is going to be like a How to Get Away with Murder meets Legally Blonde, because in Legally Blonde they do the same thing too with the students actually becoming like lawyers.
I don't think it'll be that, and I don't think the emphasis needs to be like, when I heard it, I wasn't thinking how are they going to make it different. For me, this is the show that I think that I'm probably more interested in, because I'm here for a courtroom drama. I'm here for the prosecution, and we have seen a bunch of law shows over the over the years that try to find an audience that really works for them, that play both sides and still work. So I'm interested to see like what she brings to it. I do think it's kind of in the vein of How to Get Away with Murder in that it's like outside of her wheelhouse, you know, like she uses her production company, the same thing with that. It comes out on a Tuesday, so I also am interested in seeing how that's going to play into effect with not being a part of TGIT. Like, how are you going to get an audience, or are you really just building your own audience? But I'm here for it.
And I don't know what it's following. Coming on a Tuesday, so I should look that up to see what show comes on before that, because maybe if that show has a strong audience, sometimes you stick around for the next show. Sometimes.
What time is it coming on?
10/9 Central.
Okay.
So.
Okay, on March the 13th.
On a Tuesday, isn't Blackish on Tuesdays?
They switch days, didn't they?
Listen,
They be switching stuff up all the time.
we don't know what the lineup looks like.
I'm just happy that like Shonda didn't completely leave ABC. Because you know how she was going to Netflix.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
she's
but we haven't
still
talked
going to
about that.
Netflix.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm glad she's not completely done with ABC. Like, just, Netflix, bye ABC. Like, I'm still, like, glad that's her family, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we'll see it. You know, how long she can, you know, survive on ABC as well.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I honestly don't want to see another How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah, with
I honestly,
I don't think it will be that.
right, but it's like when I think of law, I think of Law and Order. Like, is it going to be
Right.
serious all the way through? Like, it's all about the cases and nothing but the cases. You know, not like the extra drama and so-and-so hooking up with so-and-so and like
but
this.
there's going to be drama.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah,
There's
I
gonna
mean,
be drama.
they all
Shonda-
have drama.
I was looking
Law
at the
and
cast
Order
as
has
well.
drama, but it's
Yeah.
just like, I don't know.
It's something to consider. But I do think when she puts her stamp on something, we've seen, like, How to Get Away with Murder, a hit. A hit. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. There have been some things that don't stay around, but for the most part, I
Yeah.
think, and like I said, with it, we're looking at both sides out. In every law show, of course, you see both sides because they're both there. But I
Right.
think with this show, they're going to interact more, and not necessarily on a level of hating each other, because that's what we always see, because they're going against each other. They're fighting for different outcomes.
Right.
So I think this will be interesting to see how sometimes they actually work together, the prosecution and the defense teams. So yeah, it's interesting. We'll see.
That's fair.
What do we have? About a month or two? To
Yeah,
check
a
it
little
out?
bit
A
over.
month and-
So
a month and a
stuff
half.
will start to roll through the pipeline.
Yeah.
What about the Grey's Anatomy spinoff?
That does not have
Have
a
it-
title.
Doesn't have a title yet.
Honestly, I found that so annoying. Like,
do
what do you
too.
mean?
They have a cast. They have filmed
They've done
episodes. And they don't have a title.
no title. We
That's
just
what
know.
got me.
We just know March 22nd at 9 p.m. So it's gonna take
Yes.
Scandal spot, right?
No, isn't it coming
Scandal
out?
isn't at 9.
I don't
Yeah,
think it's.
Scandal's
yeah.
No,
It's
how
not-
to get, yes.
Yeah. Is it coming out on Thursday? I didn't think it was coming out on Thursday.
That's a
I'm trying
Thursday.
to see it.
March 22nd?
Don't make me pull up a calendar.
Hey,
now.
go right ahead and pull up that calendar. I don't know.
My
but
question
it
for-
very
on
well
this one.
could be.
My question for you guys is, since it's untitled, like, from you guys knowing about the firemen and everything, so what would you guys name it?
Okay, honestly, so TV Guide kind of came up with their own, like,
Right.
you know, what they think the title should be.
Yeah.
I honestly liked Station 19.
Yeah, Jason came up with it.
Yes.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I just feel like it's a curious title, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like Station 19. Like I want to figure out what that's about.
I don't know how I feel about all of the titles that they came up with. I don't even know how I feel about the show. I feel like for me,
Yeah.
based on my experience with Grey's Anatomy and kind of falling out, you know, with that show, I'm just like, I'm going to give it a try. I did look up it looks like it comes on a Sunday, which is different.
Really
No, I
different.
just saw it said.
It's not a Sunday.
Oh, did I?
It said.
Look at him pulling up his calendar.
It's
Yeah.
to launch on March 22nd.
Yeah,
which
but
is gonna
that
be a Thursday.
day-
Oh, it is Thursday.
Right.
I was
That
looking
one's
at
the
wrong
one
day.
that's Thursday.
So that one is, like I
Yes.
said, going to look like
Yeah,
the
so
Scandal
that'll be-
time slot.
Yeah.
Part of the TGIT.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And what'll be interested there,
makes
I
sense.
think, with kind of a replacement in the TGIT is, you know, the way it's set up now is you get, you know, Grey's Anatomy, you get this feeling, and then Scandal, you get this feeling, and then How to Get Away with Murder, you get this feeling. So to bring in a new show, and I just am interested in what the experience will be like.
Yeah.
I wasn't super excited about a Firehouse show.
Really?
Like there's
You know
a few
I
on
got
TV
excited.
now.
So I got excited because I've also been watching 911, which is on Fox.
I was
which
gonna mention
I
it.
love.
Such a good show.
I
So
wanna
I'm
get into that.
hoping
Yeah.
that maybe this kind of
Yeah.
is
Stays
along
in
the
that
same
type of
lines.
vein.
Yeah.
I think there's a trend starting with that because Chicago Fire.
I was gonna say,
Chicago, kind of started that, and then 911 and 911 made it a little bit different, incorporating everything, the police and all of that. So I think that they've noticed a trend of this firehouse type of show.
For sure.
So I'm interested to see it again. Like I like to give things a chance to see. Well, what are you gonna bring to the table?
Yeah.
Because I did like this one. I like this one. So what else do you have that may be a little bit different?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Absolutely.
here. I'll give it 2 to 3
Now
episodes.
that is the show I am here for. Whatever.
Whatever they name
They're
it.
gonna
I saw
decide
one that said
title it.
Fire and Fury. I'm like, no, that's
No,
like
that
a
is
movie.
so
Yeah.
cheesy.
No,
Let's
someone
not do
said-
that.
Straight to DVD movie. Like, no.
Someone said Blaze Anatomy.
Yeah, I think that was a joke.
Right.
Yeah, but I was just like,
It needs
hope
to
so.
stay away from Grey's Anatomy. Let that be its
Like,
own.
let it die when it's time to come.
So
to
which
an
show are
end.
you guys more interested in seeing? The Grey's Anatomy girls?
Firehouse.
Station 19.
Yeah.
Are you in?
I'm calling it.
the Firehouse.
Listen.
I'm calling it Station
Untitled.
Well, why
19.
don't they just call it Firehouse?
Oh.
Maybe they
Yeah.
can't. I don't
They can
know.
just
That's
call
a
it
good-
Firehouse. If we have any Shonda writers
Or do you
anyone
guys
who
think?
watches this.
Do you think that maybe low key they have a name and they're just trying to act like, oh, we don't have a name and da 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 da.
They could?
I mean, I would not be
To build.
surprised.
They could.
not
I
be
can't
to build.
imagine somebody having a show and not having a name for it.
They probably
They're like, we
do.
need to build some speculation about
Yeah.
this. We need to build the hype. What can we
Yeah,
do?
and
They
see
probably
what
want to
happens.
hear from like everybody. Ooh, I wonder what the fans come up with.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Probably.
we'll see. But you know what else I thought was super interesting was that Ellen Pompeo is like EP, or she has rights in
Grey's
The
Anatomy.
spinoff.
Oh, she
Yeah.
does. Wait, in the really in Station?
Look, see, she's like, that's the name. It's gonna be
Station
She's
Station.
getting her
It's Station
coin.
19.
You've named the show.
She's gonna get in her coins. Well, speaking of her, she just did this article where
Yes.
basically she was talking about what she deserved, but we want to talk about some of the quotes from that article because they were very powerful. She was saying a lot.
Yeah,
She
she did it.
Feisty.
Very feisty.
Yes.
There is one.
And I
Ballsy
love
is
it.
the first thing that came to my mind.
What did
But
you say?
Ballsy.
Really?
I
Yeah.
was just like, so she did it with the Hollywood Reporter. Go ahead, because I was just like, oh.
Well,
it's
some of the things that she said were because a lot of things were the fact that Patrick Dempsey, who played Derek, her husband, was, of course, he was paid more.
Right.
He's like he's the lead, but of course he's a male, and so we're talking about that a lot, how the males are getting paid more.
Yeah.
And then she said at one time, she said, I guess this is what Patrick said to her. So what does it look like? Oh no, someone else said this. So what does it look like when he leaves the show? He talking about Patrick Dempsey. First, it looks like a rating spike. She said, and then I had a chuckle about that. Like,
I was
everyone
like,
thought
oh.
he carried the show. And when he,
yeah.
left the show, it was going to be, a dip in ratings, and it wasn't. It was actually a spike. And she said, I had a chuckle about that.
Well, I mean, it is Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is Meredith Grey. She's the main character.
Thank
she,
sure.
Right.
She said something about that too in her interview that I thought was hilarious. That I'm gonna literally look for
did.
right now. I was
said
like,
a lot.
okay,
She said a
Meredith,
lot.
like that, but I mean, that's true. Like,
Yeah.
hold on, guys, let me find this for you guys. This is so funny.
I really didn't know her. Like, I don't follow her too well. So I was like, wow, I did not expect her to be this type of person.
Up a little bit.
Kind of
Pretty good,
like
pretty good,
it though. Got that fire.
Okay.
That's why I was like, ooh, she feisty.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, listen to this. She said, there were many times where I reached out about joining together to negotiate, but he was never interested in that. At one point, I asked for $5,000 more than him just on principle because the show is Grey's Anatomy and I'm Meredith Grey. Like,
Yeah.
duh.
Right.
Like, how do
Yeah.
you even make a comment after that? Except for, okay, here's your
What are you gonna do?
$5,000.
Exactly.
She just,
And I was surprised to hear that because about Patrick Dempsey, like, I don't know.
Right?
He looks like he's a good guy.
I still think he's a good guy. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, I think sometimes for me, like, I forget that these are real people
Right.
that have real issues that deal with a bunch of. All we see is the show.
That's
We do
exactly
not
what I
see
was
what goes on
thinking.
behind the scenes.
For sure.
And so even to just hear, Ellen just say these things, I was like, oh no, but that's McDreamy.
Yeah, but I don't discount him for that because at the end of the day, it is business. And she said,
That's
we didn't
true.
necessarily discuss our rates and this and that. But, I don't know if somebody reached out and was like, hey, let's go in together. And girl, you worry about your coins. And I'm going to worry about mine. I don't know. But so what I really found impactful, like reading the article was, the biggest takeaway was, she kind of knows who she is and what she's worth. She doesn't praise herself to be the best actress in the world. She said how, to continue this show, like how much of my life I actually have to give up, what other work I can't do. So
She called that true talent.
That
You can be a good actor for 1 or 2 seasons, but like do it for 14 seasons.
And at some
And
of
that's
those
so
points,
true,
That's true,
though.
though.
Because
I don't know
many
how
actors
true
do you
that
know
is.
stay
I don't.
that long?
Yeah.
Some of
that
it I was
long.
like, all right, Ellen. Okay, let's dial it back because I feel that, she's a good actress on Grey's Anatomy. I don't really know her before Grey's. I don't feel that she's the most, amazing actress in the world, but she's playing to her strengths. She's doing, what she should do. It's just such an interesting conversation to have and to see, like, how do we determine what is appropriate for pay or what should even be asked for. And the bigger picture to me was just looking now in entertainment, we're having all these marches and all these movements, but look at this the disparity in pay among people of color. And we look at Viola and Kerry Washington, who bring home about $250,000 per episode. You're looking at Taraji, who's bringing out like $175,000. So for her to have this huge payday, even amongst like the TGIT lineup, is like, wow, it's crazy to think she's
That's true. Yeah.
getting that $600K. So it just shows, there's always a battle for her. She's dealing with being a white woman in TV, but as a person of color, you really aren't getting your payday.
That's true.
Yeah.
No
But I
matter
think
what.
to answer that question, she said, I make 24 episodes of TV a year, and as part of this deal, I cannot appear anywhere else. And directing is cool, but to be honest, it just takes me away from my kids. Then I said, so it's got to be a ton of money.
Right.
Like, she has a life outside of the show. She is more than just Meredith Grey.
Yeah.
Exactly. And for everything that they're asking from her, all that, like what she just said, all that time that she's taken from the kids, not only being an actress, but also directing. And I'm sure they probably asked her
Getting
to do
calls
a lot
on
more.
vacation.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sure they probably asked her to do way more.
I'm definitely glad she has this payout, but fortunately enough for her, like she is in a position to where she can have that because
Because it is a fight. You have to fight for what you want and, like you said, what you deserve. Because in the beginning, I can see how Patrick Dempsey or other characters on the show may have been paid more because they did have a name before that. You know what I mean? So at that time, they are worth more. So now as we go on through seasons and through, now your character is really loved by, a lot of your fans. And so, yes, now, okay, it's time for a raise, basically. You know what I mean? So you do fight that within that. But that was a good point that you made, Keith, though. We still have that issue amongst people of color. You see even, just to take it off topic a little bit, Monique recently.
I was going there next. Let's be
with
clear.
her issues with Netflix. And what hurts me is that a lot of people are like trying to talk about Monique and things like that. Like, does she really deserve it? Where has she been? This woman won an Oscar. And in this industry, in Hollywood, that Oscar makes you king or queen just off top.
Right.
Like, show respect. Put respect on her name.
Exactly. Right? You have
That's just all I have to. She has an Oscar. Not only that, a Golden Globe as well, but she's an award-winning actress.
Right.
Yep.
Run me my money.
Don't downplay
And not only
her.
that, but she's done so much in the industry. She may have been, I don't know if she was or fact check, but the first black woman to be like on late night on BET having her talk show. But I think it was important. Ella did talk about knowing your worth and as a woman to know, maybe I shouldn't fight this battle, or I'm not going to let a man like chase me out of a job or this and that. So it's just very interesting to see kind of how far we're willing to go or how much value we put on our worth, because for someone like Monique, who is you know, it would be nice if you can get the command of the world to kind of fall in with you and to get in gear, but everybody's not afforded that opportunity. The last example I just came to mind with I don't know what movie it is with Michelle Williams and was it Mark Wahlberg, I think?
Yes.
And how, you know, they had to do the edit scenes and he made all this money, and then in the end he did donate all of that over to the movement, you know, for Me Too, for, you know, equal pay among women. But we likely won't see that type of experience or yield for a Monique or a person of color.
True.
So.
Right.
Very true.
We shall see.
And you are just giving me all the segues today. So
Take a look.
that goes into a part of Viola Davis' speech at the Women's March.
Oh, yeah.
So we had the Women's March Friday?
It was on Saturday.
Saturday. It was on Saturday, the 1-year anniversary of an inauguration. So it was kind of a protest to that. So they had the march again this year, and Viola Davis was among one of the women that spoke, one of the female celebrities. And she kind of talked about a lot of things with women's rights, but also with people of color. She mentioned like the Jim Crow laws in her speech and the things that she also referenced Martin Luther King Jr. saying that he always said that time, you know, it can be used against you or for you, and that change is not inevitable. Like, it's not just gonna happen with time. You have to fight for it. You have to speak up and, you know, do what you can. If you have a platform, then use it for that injustice, because like I said, change is not inevitable. If you don't say anything, the norm will just continue
to be that.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, that's true. But I also think, you know, with change not being inevitable, how long should we expect this to take to see the change? Because there are people who fight their whole lives and don't see change.
That's true.
And then it makes you question, well, was it even worth it?
That's a very good point.
So
I think in the long run, you may not know if it was worth it. You know what I mean? So it does come back to that same question, like what am I really fighting for?
Right. That's
like
true.
the biggest thing is we all know, you know, you have a voice, you have a platform to where, you know, you can say what you want and be about what you want, but you really got to kind of look at yourself in the mirror. Is it worth it?
Well, you got to also look back at history. They did have an effect somehow, some way. They probably were thinking like, oh, is it worth it? I'm dying today. Is it worth it?
Okay.
Either
everybody doesn't get to experience it.
Right? They don't understand that the little stuff that they do, or even big little, it does make an effect on someone, somewhere, somehow.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why you have to decide, am I willing to be that person?
Right.
Because I know, just to go right back for a second with Monique, she was saying, if I would have took this, then what about somebody like Tiffany Haddish, who's like, you know, having this big bub. So that's Hollywood for y'all.
I could say all of us, you know, at this table can be a testament to someone who was fighting and never saw the change. They, you know, maybe passed away before that. You know, us as women sitting here being able to vote and work and things, and just being on this panel. You know, all of us being African American, being able to be here. So a lot of people, women and people of color, like you said, they kind of did, you know, pass away. They weren't really able to see it, and they fought hard, and they may have felt like it was for nothing. But like to your point, it was for something, and eventually, you know, change came. Right. So I think you can't give up, and I think you do have to kind of always just fight the good fight.
Okay, you know that word.
Fight the good fight.
You know that word.
Yes. Yes. Okay. You came to preach today, huh? Okay.
She did. She did. I some on spirit today.
She still ain't getting no offering from me. So. Just kidding.
Okay.
I'm about to pass this plate in a minute. It better not be empty. Oh my goodness. But,
wow.
It was a big turnout for that march, though, anyway, because it was in a lot of different cities. You know, and in LA especially, everyone lives here basically, so you have a lot of these influential women that are there to speak up. So a lot of other people spoke to Charlotte Johansson and Natalie Portman. So it was a good thing to do if you were able to make it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, well, you know, Shonda's a little, you know, spiritual or motivating as well. So I want to talk about some of her tweets. So let's go ahead and get to Shonda's tweets.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This is a throwback, y'all.
It is.
I really loved this song when it came out.
Don't worry
When
about
it came
Still
out.
a jam.
Yep.
It's good now.
Still hits.
So this tweet is from Tuesday, from Shonda's hashtag Truth Telling Tuesdays, and she says, "You may encounter many defeats, going to kind of what we just talked about.
Mm-hmm.
But you must not be defeated. Maya Angelou.
Well, I think my answer is right there. The question that I asked earlier, you know, like when should we expect change? We just gotta keep going.
Yeah. Don't let that be the
Don't let it
expectation.
get, you cannot be defeated.
Now, my thing is this. Has Shonda always done a Truth Telling Tuesday, or did I miss that? Are
No,
we
she's
introducing
been.
a new
Remember when I
hashtag?
first had the quote? When we first did the quote, that's when she started doing it.
Oh,
So
nice.
it's recent.
Nice.
I don't know either, Keith.
Okay.
I like it because it's on a Tuesday, which is nice, and I think, you know, coming after Mondays, because if you're like me, you're not a fan of Mondays.
Okay.
You just need that little extra like or
That
that like
boost.
uplifting like words of encouragement to kind of keep
Something
you
to
going
push
through the rest of
through.
the week.
Exactly. And I like that it's not just from her. She always has it from all sorts
Anybody.
of people.
Right.
Anybody.
Yes.
That one was a good one. I really like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, another part of Shonda's tweets, we want to add in these OMG moments. Oh, my God.
Okay. And an OMG moment is.
An OMG moment is a fan's reaction to TGIT.
Yes.
So
Which
whenever
Shonda
show, so
calls
yeah.
as TGIT hangover.
Yes, that's what she calls it.
Oh,
We're going to
which
call
is
it
perfect.
OMG moment.
Listen, because TGIT did come back, and did they come back or did they come back?
They came.
Now y'all know I didn't see. Y'all know I didn't see Grey's Anatomy,
And
but
you know I didn't see How to Get Away with Murder.
Scandal and How to Get Away with Murder. Oh my God.
That had me falling out my
Oh my God.
I mean, excuse me, how to get away with murder. Oh my goodness. Okay, so look, our first tweet is, which one is this from? So this one here is from Scandal.
Yes.
Now it says, Black parents around the world always said if you don't listen, you must feel. And now Olivia is feeling the loss of her friend. Always listen to Black parents.
I laughed when I read the tweet.
What?
No.
I didn't
Why
get
are
told
you
to feel
laughing?
nothing. I
Because
was told
they
to chin up and do better.
Because it says Black parents around the world. And I always said if you don't listen, you will feel. And I've never heard that term.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
You know,
I
you don't
mean-
listen to me, you will feel the effects of that. I understand it, but I,
Right.
They
I
wasn't
probably
something
didn't
that
say it
happened.
in that way. They'd be like,
Right.
they'll learn someday.
Right.
That's what they would
That's
say.
how I.
A
That's
hard
exactly
head
how I
makes
saw
a
it.
Right.
soft-
Yeah.
Right.
I know that one.
Yeah, for sure.
But that just goes to
Scandal was good.
Scandal.
Yeah.
I wanted them. I'm ready for them to take her down on the low. I was like, Huck,
Listen.
what are you doing?
But
This
see,
is your opportunity.
Huck is by himself. It's gonna make
Exactly.
him look crazy. He's got to.
He don't need. He
gotta,
ain't never
He's
needed
already
nobody
coming off a
else.
little
Listen,
bit
he doesn't need nobody to get the job done.
Right.
But
He
they're
needs
gonna
people
find
to
out it's
believe
him.
He's
Yeah.
got to have somebody else in his corner, or
Yeah.
he won't go through with it.
I'm
That's just his
excited.
personality.
I don't think he cares.
Oh, no, he
Because
cares.
got
He
the
cares.
confirmation. He's like,
He
okay,
cares.
I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
I think what he cares about is hurting Olivia. The
Yeah,
fact
he
that
loves
has
her
hurt
yeah.
for
her.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm
I
just
think,
excited.
but I don't think that he cares if people think he's crazy or not. He been crazy.
I think that we needed this like
That's
boost in us, and I'm ready. Just get us to this crossover episode.
That's really what we're all waiting
Oh,
for.
I know.
That's what we want.
Ooh,
We all
I
know.
can't wait.
Anyway.
Ooh, she might be helping her now because what if Huck like starts dropping these little just
See
little
what I'm
saying?
information?
Anything
Your
past
Scandal
it.
predictions are here.
All I gotta say is I still think she alive. But okay.
I was gonna say, do y'all think Quinn is dead?
Oh my
That
God.
honestly is making me mad. Because at first I was like, Gwen really is dead.
She's
Like,
dead.
but then I heard the baby and I was like, she's
She's
not
dead.
dead.
Spoiler
Like,
alert.
I don't like being played like that. I really don't. Like, I was mad when I was watching that.
She's dead.
Dude, I love it when people twist up my
don't
brain
know.
a little bit. It makes me think more.
Y'all, she's dead.
I don't know. I don't
Next
know.
week we'll see.
I don't know.
But she's dead.
Keith 100%
But-
believes that Quinn
Nail
is
in the
dead.
coffin.
Lanisha, what do you think?
I already told you she ain't dead.
She's not dead. I'm mad. What do you think?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So our next fan reaction was for Grey's Anatomy. They're talking about making history with the trans character and discussing domestic abuse. And they used the GIF. I don't think it's going to show up, so it was this one.
Okay.
I was about to do the reaction to we could be the gift.
Like,
Now, is this the episode that they had renamed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So this
It
is the
was.
one that came on when they came back on Thursday.
correct.
What?
Yeah, and
they
what's
had a trans
interesting
character.
is just to give you a little background. So, you know, they were hacked, and then the trans character ends up helping them out.
I saw clips.
But,
yeah.
I forgot you were watching Grey's Anatomy right now. I'm so
I had to
sorry.
see the clips for the, you know.
A little bit. We'll give you a little bit.
How
Of
long?
it.
way to
Yeah,
go.
you do have a long way to
We
go.
won't
By
totally
then,
spoil it.
yeah, no.
Wow.
Season
But-
5.
You'll get there. I believe in you.
Won't be a grandma on the show.
Oh, good.
So I guess the history
But
is...
she, so the trans character, was able to kind of save the day with the
Yes.
hacking and got the systems up and running and things like that. And they got in trouble with the law. So he was telling Bailey, you can't, I really can't do this for you.
Yeah.
But, Bailey's like, okay, well, just tell me how to do it, whatever.
Right.
And then it's like, well, why? Why? What did you do, thinking that he did something really bad? And he was like,
Right.
basically, he broke into the DMV to be able to change his gender from female to male.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So,
So, was
yeah.
it trans? He was a male.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he just didn't want, people judging him or finding out his story before he was willing to tell them.
Got you.
Right.
Which
Yeah.
I was like, okay,
That
that
is
is fair.
good. And that's
And that
not
is- and
something
that's
we
fair.
see every day.
Yeah.
You
And
should
I
see
think
more
we
females than
right.
Yeah,
than
you usually
males.
see more
Right.
females than males. Yeah, you don't see a lot of the female to
Right.
male transition. And then discussing the domestic abuse, because it went a step further than just Joe and her husband. So he came back and he has a fiance that he was planning to marry, and Joe had a moment with her and sat down, and you could tell within that moment that she was also dealing with that abuse as well. Just wasn't strong enough to talk about it, or in a place where she wanted to possibly even admit it, because she didn't
Right.
she never said it, but she started to cry. You could see the change in her and her getting emotional. So yeah, they took it. I feel like they dealt with both cases where
Yeah.
you finally
Right.
get to the point where you're able to, break free,
Yeah.
and then also the woman that's still in it and is a
Right.
little bit
With it.
afraid. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
What I loved about that tweet in particular is that it just reminded me that Shonda is not afraid to
Go
push the
there.
boundaries and tell the truth. Like,
Right.
tell about real issues that are happening right now.
Yeah,
Right.
for
And that's why
sure.
that meme was perfect, because it
Right.
was like,
Yeah.
yes, that's exactly what it is. Like, thank you.
Nice.
Because not a lot of
I
people do
like the
that.
title of it. It was the number.
Yeah, that's domestic
Right.
hotline,
Yeah.
violence hotline number.
And our next moment, which is my favorite,
I like the gift.
it was hearing Wes' voice got me like,
I didn't wake
I
it up.
miss Wes. Oh my God.
I was like, oh.
I thought he was
What's
still
happening
alive.
now?
Almost.
Almost for a little bit. I literally stood up off of my couch.
I didn't think that he was still
It
alive.
had me
child.
hopeful, and then it was just
Yeah.
like
I think it was one of those, I knew that he was dead, but to see him again.
it just
That's
gave me
fine
that
to
tiny
know.
little hope. Like, is he
Yes.
alive?
But I'm hopeful that we will still see more of him, because they're
I was gonna
uncovering
say,
this story.
yeah, let Wes
so we'll
get
get
his
to see
checks.
him. I miss Wes with his cute self.
I'm really interested in where the story is going. Like, I'm glad it was so perfect the way they just bring us all back together. The family, the gang is all here. Oh my God.
I just hope he don't hurt that baby. I'm like
I don't think
Annalise.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
We
that's a
we
horse
still
of
don't
another
really
color.
know. We really don't know what his issue was with Wes, right? Laura's
Right.
dad.
Not yet.
So I don't know. He might not.
But
like
having
that
a
baby.
voicemail that old boy saved.
True.
It's
Okay,
getting
don't
good.
give too much away, because I
Okay.
am catching up.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost
Okay.
there. I am
All right.
catching up.
Fine. I guess we'll go ahead and play some games.
Yes.
Or a game.
Yes,
It's game time.
time for Who Said That
Who
Line.
said that? Who said that?
So, as you all know,
Wait a minute. Is there a prize today or no?
Oh, thank you for asking.
I
Nikki,
like
'cause
how
where's
they
my
I
prize?
watched last week.
time out.
Yeah.
Do y'all hear how they cut me off? But I was about to tell her about her prize. Shame on you. She ain't getting it. So anyway, no play.
Guess you better drink that wine.
Got her a little cute something.
She tried to give me
and
the wine
it's
from
on
West.
the line.
Oh,
Yes.
That is
it's
so
a cute little
cute.
mix. So pass it down to the winner. The winner. You
I
want
know,
the
I
winner?
know.
I'm about to
Winner.
look at it too.
I
It's
am the
okay.
winner.
that is so cute,
okay, great.
Lanisha. Oh,
Okay, ain't it?
that's such an awesome
cute.
thing.
I am the winner of Who
Keith, we gotta
Said That
win.
Line.
We,
Alright.
it's French. I gotta win.
Ooh.
There can only be one.
And everyone at home, you guys could play as well.
Yes.
So you guys write nice and big so the fans at home could see.
I think that next
Okay.
week there should be a prize for everybody.
No,
So
it's
now
just
he
for the
wanna-
winner.
Now he want to be nice.
Only the winner. Only the
Okay,
winner.
come on, let's
Oh, it
play.
says wine. Not.
And for the bonus question is worth 3 points.
Ooh,
Okay,
Lanisha.
So I can,
Okay.
if you get the bonus, you could
Good
tie
job.
up.
You could win,
win.
or
Okay.
you could tie up because sometimes y'all be behind, but I
Okay,
ain't
let's
saying
play.
nothing.
Okay, let's
So
play.
the first one is from Scandal. You guys ready?
Yes.
It was beautiful the way the lights were hitting the glass.
What?
That's a random one. Anybody could have said that.
Good. I'm going to say it again.
Okay.
It was beautiful the way the lights were hitting the glass.
I don't know, child.
I don't like this.
I have multiple.
What do you guys at home think? You guys
I
have
don't
it?
even know. We
I
need
have
some
no-
background.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
In 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, damn it.
And guess who wins? So you said Jake, you said Olivia, and
said
the
Huck.
winner says Huck. What? Yes. Score 1 for Keith.
Okay, Keith.
Okay, let me contain my happiness. Okay.
Next question.
From How to Get Away with Murder. You guys ready?
Yes.
Security wouldn't let me in, which is a relief because that means none of you people could touch him.
Oh,
Security wouldn't let me in, which is a relief because that means none of you people could touch him. Everyone got it?
yes.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna let
This was from
Give it
this
time
week's
for them.
episode.
Yeah.
Well, darn.
Everything is from this. Oh, poor you. Well, no, because I got something for Grey's Anatomy.
You gotta
Ready?
do your work.
In 3, 2, 1. Oliver.
Oh, wait, that's his name.
Super
Oh,
Simon.
Simon's a boy.
Who's Simon?
And you-
Ain't nobody
did you
named
say
Wait, what's his last name is Simon?
No.
Well, Keith is right. It was Oliver.
His name's Oliver. That's what I meant.
What did you
I'm like,
write?
who's
We don't
Simon?
go for mints.
There is no character on
This is a
Simon.
learn the
There's a Simon.
name.
I'm going to IMDb. There's a Simon somewhere.
Okay, come on.
Okay, third question. Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's Anatomy. Yes.
Ugh,
Are you guys ready?
I don't even know the characters on that show.
All right. You just gotta try.
I know the characters on How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay.
All right, y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that cell phones have 10 times more bacteria than an average public toilet seat?
What?
I will say it again. You guys ready?
Ready.
Did you know that cell phones have 10 times more bacteria than an average public toilet seat?
I don't know these people.
I'm gonna give you your credit, Lanisha. Like you picked
I
some
dug.
good lines.
I dug.
Y'all watched the show? You don't remember?
I just made this
You know how
up,
many
so I don't
characters
know.
are on
Did you
that
guys
show?
all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1. You said Bailey, you
gonna
said
say
Joe, you
Joe.
said Arizona. You are all wrong. It
Yes.
was Maggie Pierce.
Oh, it sounds like something she would say.
That's fine.
She's not even my favorite character.
Oh my gosh. So far Keith has 2 points and you guys have
None. 0.
I'm looking
Zero.
for Simon.
Okay,
I
let's go
I
to the bonus.
Yeah, let's go to
We're
the
going to the bonus. So with the bonus, there will be no name of what the show is.
Right.
Okay.
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 Everyone's ready?
Yes.
Ready.
I gotta make sure I choose a good one because I chose a lot.
Girl, if you don't pick a line.
All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Whose baby is that?
Oh God.
What's his name? If I describe him,
Say it again.
Whose baby is that?
I don't know his name.
Did you all get one?
Yeah.
Ready? Show your answers in 3, 2, 1. What did you put a
Alex, what
smiley
is that?
face?
What is it? I said I
don't
said
know.
Quinn's baby daddy. What is his
It
name?
is Quinn's baby daddy.
Oh,
That's unfair. He
Charlie.
doesn't know the name.
Yeah.
That's
not
not.
the name.
That's not the name. That doesn't count because you wouldn't let
But
her
guess
do
what?
it.
Either way, I
Either
win.
way, he wins.
What?
What is his name?
Charlie.
Oh, it is Charlie.
There's a
Dang.
Simon on How to Get Away with Murder.
You know what?
Oh my gosh, y'all are funny.
That was great. I appreciate you guys' efforts.
That was fun.
So this
That's
was
okay. I
all
won 2
from-
times in a row. I just really wanted the rest of my panel to have a chance to win. So, you know.
Which means I guess next time
they better
it's
come
my
with
turn
their
to
A
win.
game. That's all I gotta say, because now they know I'm really digging for those lines.
Yes. And by the
Get that
way,
one.
Simon is the guy that they shot.
That's what I
He
thought.
shot.
I was like,
Simon shot himself.
Oh yeah, you're right. Simon shot himself.
But you're right. That was Simon. You knew it. You said there was a Simon on the show.
there was a Simon, but it ain't.
But I
him.
meant Oliver. Dang. I meant Oliver. I
Oh
just
my
forgot his
gosh.
name.
Okay,
Oh,
we
well
had
then.
Kimmy,
And then
Kimmy Sylvester came
guessed
doing the
right
live
with
chat.
Oliver. So
Okay.
congrats,
Good job,
looking at
Kimmy
this.
Sylvester.
Good job.
How many did she get right?
That's the only one she came in.
Oh, okay. Well, you
So
were
Keith
right
is gonna
too.
be like, I
go,
still won.
girl.
I did win.
beat the fans,
To be
thank you.
fair.
So next week
One
I will
fair and
give Keith
square.
his prize.
Yes.
Okay. And then next week I will reclaim my victory.
No.
Reclaim.
I'm going on a winning
I'm going
streak.
to win. Both of y'all can just chill.
I'm
I'm
all
going to win
about a
next
winning
week.
streak.
Anyway, make sure you guys come through on the live chat so you guys can play along with us. So
Yes.
like we said, a few people just played. So I want you guys to play too. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yes.
get in
Yeah.
on the fun.
Yeah.
All right then, guys. I guess we will see everyone next week. Is there any last words of anything you guys want to say?
I'm going to win next week.
All right.
Let's see. You have to watch TGIT in order to win.
Okay,
Oh,
all of it.
Okay, let me just make a correction since you're trying to come for me today. We both watched the same amount of TGIT.
Let me sip on
Did
this
we
one.
not?
We both didn't get
We
the same
did.
amount of answers
We-
right. I know that much.
Stop while you're ahead.
On that note, I'm back. I don't want to hear I'm acting different. Same New Year, same me.
I should have brought my popcorn.
I know. I was like, I need some popcorn right now.
All
Well,
right, Keith.
for all this
Okay.
drama and more.
Okay.
We got a
anyways,
Shonda show right here.
So we know. Okay, so Shonda tweet. So I'm gonna look out for the what is the hashtag for Tuesday?
Truth telling Tuesday.
Telling Tuesday. We can look forward to that. We're looking forward to TGIT.
Yes.
Yes. Please let us know about your hangover,
Your
your
OM
TGIT hangover. So all your OMG moments, and we'll shout you guys out.
Yep. If you watch the show, whatever you were excited about that moment, let us know.
Yes.
And I
be sure
also
to let
want
us
to know what your guys' opinion is on the name for the Grey's Anatomy
Oh,
spinoff.
yes.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a good
yeah.
one.
I
We
already,
can look
I,
forward.
Yes.
I already said what the name of it was.
Mine's Firehouse. I like
I'm kind of
Firehouse.
with Firehouse,
I
but
like
you know
Firehouse.
what? You're second.
Well, we'll see.
I got you.
We shall see.
I just feel like I'm getting attacked on this panel today. So,
Tori's
Okay.
been so nice to me too.
extremely nice to all three of them. I don't know where this animosity is coming from, but you know, it's okay. It's totally fine because when I come for them all
my
next
gosh.
week,
I'll be ready.
oh, there you go. That's a good answer. That is a good
And don't forget
answer.
to follow us on Instagram at Shondaland Weekly.
Yeah, so leave your comments there and in the comment section on the YouTube page. We will see you guys next week. Once again, I'm Elle Marie. You guys can find me on Instagram and on Twitter at Elle Marie TV.
And I'm Tori Broussard. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Tori_Broussard.
Keith Andre here. As always, I'm everywhere at Keith_Andre.
And I'm Lanisha. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Lanisha, spelled Lanisha 914.
You heard me? Later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.